Is it just me, or does the opening to these episodes sound like the Family Guy theme? If you've seen the episodes, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, let's just get into the review. Hey everybody, this is Rainbow Reviews. Today we're reviewing the first 2 episodes of WandaVision. This is the first Disney Plus series that Marvel is making, and right off the bat, gonna say, pretty good start so far. Now, I really did like these episodes. I wasn't super excited for WandaVision. I didn't really, there wasn't like a story that it was hinting at. Well, I mean, kind of, but not really like something straightforward in the trailer. I was just a bit like, we'll see how it goes. I feel like this is going to be a non-spoiler review, by the way, but I feel like the most obvious difference in this Marvel series than the other Marvel movies is that this one, it looks old. It feels like a black and white sitcom, and I was really curious about how the creators were gonna show that and how accurate it was gonna feel. And I'm happy to report that the emulation of a black and white sitcom is pretty much spot on. Now, obviously, I'm not old enough to have lived in the time where those existed on TV for real, but from what I've seen and from old footage, they basically hit the nail right on the head here. I'm really glad they pulled it off. So yeah, the sort of like the cinematography and the black and white and the skewed aspect ratio, that's all really well and good, but there's actually another bit of filmmaking that I want to talk about with these episodes. Now, in every video I have a segment I talk about filmmaking techniques that a certain episode or a certain film utilizes that's unique to it itself. And it's just going to be like a kind of a thing to make these videos more educational and teach you a little bit about what I think is good filmmaking and what most people would generally consider something that's good. And you'll be surprised to know that it's not the kind of thing that you're thinking of with this video. It's not the emulation of a sitcom, no. It is actually the horror elements. Yeah, if you've seen it, you probably know what I'm talking about. So basically, I love how each episode, episodes 1 and 2, how each one of them had one little kind of moment of horror in them. And a lot of people wouldn't go so far as to call it horror. It's just kind of like the characters, something turns very serious. And what I think is what makes these little moments great in each episode, but besides the fact that they're unexpected from a series like this, and from Marvel of all studios, is that it's the kind of horror that I really, really like, and it's called confusion horror. That's what I call it, at least. It's not so much like jump scares, it's just horror from people being confused about what's going on, and just like the music used in the scene, the different shot compositions, and they're really, really creative. And I really like how they used some minor horror elements in each of these episodes. And I think if they keep doing that, continuing forward, that'll really make the show stand out and give it a unique atmosphere and feel to it. So, if you're wondering about if you should watch WandaVision if you haven't yet, you really should, because a lot of people complain that, all the Marvel movies, they feel the same, and they're all kind of the bland, corporate, make the company look good kind of movies. They never deviate from anything, but I'm really happy to say that WandaVision, it doesn't feel like anything we've gotten before. Sure, there's some Marvel comedy here and there, but I actually feel like the comedy in these episodes and in this new series is way better. There were a couple really clever adult jokes, and I can really, really appreciate that. This series feels completely different than, the Iron Man and the Captain America and the Infinity War even. It feels a lot more creative, I guess. There's a lot more different stuff with it, and it really doesn't feel like a Marvel movie. Because really, at the end of the day, I think the only way for all of these new Disney Plus shows to succeed is for all of them to feel different in tone. We don't want any of them feeling the exact same. So, Disney, Marvel, you are starting off good with these episodes, I think, and with this new series. So, I would just try and keep the momentum. I'm sure you've already got most of these series made, most of the way produced, but really, I think you should stick to making them all have different tones. And I think that's going to happen moving forward, because WandaVision is, mystery with a bit of horror mixed in. Loki is going to be, probably his character is so unique in the Marvel Universe that it'll feel like its own thing. Falcon and Winter Soldier is going to be kind of like a buddy cop movie, or series, sorry. So I'm really glad that they're making them with different tones, and I think it's going to work moving forward. And in episode 2, there is actually some 2D animation, which, we can always appreciate some good traditional animation here on the channel. In conclusion, WandaVision episodes 1 and 2, better than I expected actually. The series so far has its own atmosphere that I think all Marvel fans and even non-Marvel fans will appreciate, and I'm giving the first 2 episodes a 7.5 out of 10. You've got me hooked so far. Let's just hope they can keep the momentum. I'll definitely be following the show going forward, and that being said, if you guys want to see more episode little reviews or breakdowns, let me know down in the comments below. I might actually do another video, if this video does well. I'll do another video talking about like the more filmmaking techniques, because this one is very unique and it was very, very enjoyable. So yeah, subscribe for more movie reviews, episode reviews, things like that, and for more Avatar outfits, because if you didn't know, every video has a brand new Avatar outfit. That's kind of the gimmick. So yeah, if you like the video, and subscribe, and thanks so much for watching.